I'm Junon. I founded the group back in 2023 because community is something I needed. The group currently has grown to close to 1,100 individuals, from retired individuals, entrepreneurs, business owners, and people that just want to feel inspired and connected. We've partnered with Fox Point Farms every Friday at Feel Good Friday at 9 o'clock. Come join us. It's a beautiful community. Come and feel inspired, feel supported, and maybe you can inspire someone too. Let's connect. Welcome to the Heart of the Matter podcast. I'm Junon, and we have Farmer Greg. Thank you, Greg Reese. Thank you for coming. And we always start off with one of our major sponsors, Bubs Naturals, collagen peptides, all natural, creatine, which I feel like everyone needs, good for your brain function as well. And then you're a coffee guy, so MCT oil.
There we go.
Thank you. Yeah, absolutely. But here, I'll
Thanks
give
so much.
back to you again.
Yeah.
I'll give this to you at the end, but feel free to take that. But thank you so much for being here.
Yeah, thanks for having me out.
Yeah, obviously we interviewed Brian at Fox Point Farms before, and I always say this is obviously regenerative farming, but the group is regenerative farming for the soul, because it's this community, the mindset.
Yeah.
How did you get into farming?
Oh man. It's a good question. It's just, it's several step process. Like, I didn't grow up on a farm. I'm a first generation farmer. Was really inspired. There was kind of two things that hit me in my mid 20s or whatever. It was like, one was that I was first exposed to organic local foods. So I was working at a farm table restaurant, Escondido, called Stone Brewery, the gardens there. I was a bartender and server there, and just having the exposure to fresh local organic foods was like my first time in my life having that. And after eating those fruits and vegetables and meats, just could literally feel the difference in my body, like how my energy, my mood, my everything just made me feel I felt better. And it kind of, sparked some questions in my mind to like, why is this food better? What have I been eating my entire life that I thought was good?
Yeah. Well, that food pyramid, we've been fooled this entire time.
That whole thing. But even that versus organic versus not, or local, we just, you think you're eating fruits and vegetables, you go to the store and it's just not all the same.
Right.
So it kind of sparked these questions in me, like, why is this way? And it comes to found out like healthy soil practices. It makes like nutritious, healthy food. And also the locality of it. So things in your bioregion, and then the time from proximity of harvest to when you consume it. Like there's the most nutrition in
the early stages versus later. Wow.
And finding that like most food comes from several hundred or 1,000 miles away. And so that time in transit, or it's stuck in the grocery store or stuck in distribution, loses nutritional value and flavor over that week or 2 week period. So I was like, all right, if it needs to be local, or it needs to be healthy, or it needs to be like healthy soil. So that was inspiring, but also kind of pissed off at just what I've thought was good food my entire life.
Yeah.
From grocery stores or just whatever. So I was like kind of upset and sparked. So I was like, why don't I just start a garden myself? Literally start with a backyard garden. And there was this guy, Ron Finley, who's famous kind of like backyard gardener, like guerrilla gardening, just growing food wherever you can in small spaces in urban settings. So I literally, my first garden was taking an old queen size bed frame that we were going to throw out, and I just put it in my backyard, filled it with soil and anyway. So
what was the first thing you grew? You remember that?
It was like a mixture of like tomatoes, peppers, and maybe some like spinach or lettuce or something. Kind of failed a little bit, a couple bell peppers maybe, and some spinach or whatever, which is fine. But then it just like you fail first, and then you kind of figure out why, and you ask questions, read books, podcasts, like YouTube's, just figure it out.
Okay.
That's like kind of the long story about what inspired me.
So then, did you grow up that way? Were your parents kind of into farming at all?
No, like good, well-balanced diet, the pyramid like you talked about, it's like fruits, vegetables, meats, breads, grains. I only remember like making lemonade from a lemon tree,
right.
And then my neighbors maybe had some chickens and some tomatoes and mint and stuff. But I grew up in the suburbs, and, didn't think I was gonna be a farmer.
Right.
What
did you think you were going to be before you were a farmer?
Well, I was an athlete in college, so I was kind of going that route or going to like sports medicine.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And
Oh, you really colored outside the box. I
yeah,
mean,
yeah. Well, then I was also a business major in college, so I was like, I like that sales analytical side of things.
Right.
And then it was just kind of like my ethos about doing something that you do for a living, something you have to love what you do. And I wanted to kind of make a difference in the world as far as like environmentally. And didn't know, I sold solar panels for a little bit, just like trying to get something. Then I got into rainwater and gray water collection systems. So like installing, rainwater systems and collecting rainwater. I don't know if you've heard of like gray water, which is like, recycled water, like on homes and schools and stuff.
Sure.
And that all kind of led to landscape, growing fruit trees, like the rainwater collection. So then we're installing these big tanks and things, and then growing fruit trees and gardens. And I just really love the food growing aspect of it.
Right.
And so I did that for a couple of years, and then just wanted to, just grow as much food as it could in the healthiest soil, healthiest food possible to make a difference in the community. Sorry, there's a saying like healthy soil, healthy plants, healthy humans.
Right.
So like getting the best nutrition, the most nutrient dense food that you can to like in the city. So growing it in an urban setting.
Exactly.
That's kind of,
we've gotten so far away from it.
Yeah.
That, I mean, hey, can you believe we have 336 members now of the group?
I know. Crazy
growing
how
so much.
fast that was actually in a
Let's
year.
celebrate.
Okay, you're always wanting, look at that. Look how quick he is to celebrate.
Well, we have to celebrate.
What are you looking for though?
So that corkscrew.
Tune. Los Cuernos. No corkscrew needed. What do you want? You want a rosé? Red. Another red. But you want Chardonnay, I'm sure.
Chardonnay, this is
Pop that open.
I mean, everything's so convenient. It's Amazon. You order anything, you get groceries to your door.
Yeah.
You think because it says organic, it's healthy, but it's not necessarily healthy.
Yeah.
And if you know if you're growing it yourself, that's amazing. And I always talk about on the Heart of the Matter podcast and with the group on Fridays that your impact, obviously, your legacy is your kids, but it's also the impact you make on people.
Yeah.
I mean, you're making an impact.
Thanks for that. Very unbeknownst to me, like starting another farm like 5 years ago or so, small backyard farm, like quarter acre, called Cardiff Tiny Farm. My buddy David still runs it, and but just like I did it because it was good it just made sense to me.
Right.
And then, unbeknownst to me, realizing how much it was going to affect the surrounding community, bringing people there.
Yes.
Farm stand. So that's what you're talking about, like just the whole community vibe. I just had no idea the impact that was going to be, and that led me to this. So then, like, that has a huge effect as well.
Right. Do you remember the first concept when you heard about this concept? What do you thought?
Yeah. The kind of the inspo story. It also hit me from two sides. One, I saw just a story in the local paper, Encinitas Tribune. Is it the Tribune?
Yeah.
About an agrihood being developed or going to be
Coast News, maybe.
Coast News.
Yeah.
Going to be developed or to be developed in Encinitas, and I was living here at the time, and just like I've been researching agrihoods, and if you're not familiar with what agrihoods are, an agricultural neighborhood where you have houses and a farm. Farm's kind of the center of the housing development, with also a restaurant or a brewery like we have here.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I was really inspired by agrihoods years ago, and I saw that it was happening in the town here that I live in. And I was like, I have to be a part of that. I have to I literally saw that at the bottom of the thing, it's just like going to be developed by Nolan Communities, which is Brian Grover's company. So I reached out. Honestly, I was very skeptical. Honestly, first I had questions. I was not looking for a job. I said I was. He and I have two different stories about it, because like I came here and when it used to be all greenhouses with the old owner, and that owner calls Brian. He's like, "There's this hippie farmer Greg that like is like looking to talk to you." Blah blah blah. Anyways, I just had questions for Brian, because I've seen a lot of these agrihoods around the United States as a concept, and then usually the farm gets axed or like taken away.
So whatever is the most profitable, right?
I mean, there's another 3 acres here. You could make another however X amount of homes at $1 million a piece or whatever it is.
Yeah.
So usually what I've seen happen is these developers or like the real estate groups sell the concept of an agrihood. People buy it, and then as soon as they're like, oh, we have this demand, and then they just axe.
Sure. So, well, they get it passed through all the city council and everything. They're like, all right, we got this.
We're good.
And
then they're like,
sell more.
Like,
yeah, well, that's what we're saying.
So,
yeah.
Anyways, that's why I was skeptical and was like, who's doing it? Like, what are you doing? Do you want to have a farm? Is it organic? Is it? And he literally just said like, I don't know. Do you want to run it?
No way.
Like on the, like, yeah.
Well, I've always said too, when you're open to things and you're again, it obviously sounds like you color outside the lines, which so do I. I mean, that's an entrepreneur. You were an entrepreneur. You're also an athlete.
Yeah.
The athlete mentality is that just push through, work hard.
Yeah.
And for you to be able to put yourself in that position, it just, the right people always show up at the right time.
Yeah.
I mean, if you wouldn't have read that article at that time, you may have skipped over this whole thing.
Probably could have. Yeah. I had another friend reach out and just like, hey, there's this thing going on in Encinitas, like you got to check it out, blah, blah. Anyway, so that's the little story about that. And that was 5 or 6 years ago. And
that's relatively short too. I mean, that happened kind of quickly.
Yeah.
Especially with all the permitting. I know Encinitas is really difficult to get permitted.
Exactly. Brian has been, probably it's been 10 years or 7 years or whatever in the planning process. I met him like 5 or 6 years ago. And then started like, we were a lot of ideas, just kind of brainstorming dreaming what this place could be.
Yeah.
And started like consulting and designing like, 3 or 4 years ago. And then I've been full-time for a little over 2 years now.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Wow.
This whole place, if you can see it behind us, it was all concrete and asphalt and greenhouses, like hydroponic. And so the soil was covered for 30 or 40 years or whatever it is. And so they jackhammered it up and bulldozed it and started from scratch.
Wow.
Did some soil testing, no contaminants, just low fertility, and just add compost and some animal manure and good to go.
That's amazing. Well, and the thing too is, because we interviewed Brian as well, and he's like, I don't know what I'm doing. I mean, he understands like the development side, but he doesn't know what he's doing with this agrihood. He just kind of had an idea. It's kind of like what you said. You just kind of figured it out. It's amazing how far it's come since it's been built. I mean, things are constantly changing. He built that. He's constantly adding stuff. There's going to be a wellness component of this. I mean, it's pretty exciting because you're in the ground floor of it.
Yeah. I love like you said, the entrepreneur side of things. It is like very much startup culture where we have like ideas going in, and then like that doesn't work or it's too much. Like let's pivot. Let's try something new.
Right.
So it's very much startup culture. Wearing a lot of hats.
Right.
But I love that creativity side of things. I get a lot of freedom into like what to grow. Working with the chefs is great, because we're always like, buddy, like, what do you want to grow? What do you want to cook? What do you want to like, let's make this awesome dish. Let's like walk the field. Let's, all that kind of stuff.
Do they make requests on something that they want to grow? Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing.
And I'll tell them like what can grow here or what's feasible, like financially. There's definitely some crops take a lot longer than others. So on a small space like this, you have to kind of have like high value crops that are popular and so there's a little bit of that and then starting the organic craft brewery with Brian Carl there. I really pushed for organic beer.
Right.
Because if you're not familiar with the beer making process, barley is used to make like a barley tea, which is first then fermented in beer. But the barley itself is taken out and usually thrown away. And a lot of times it goes to other cattle or farm like animals, which is very popular, very common and awesome. But I wanted to make sure that the grains and the hops we're using here are organic because I want to put them as an input on the farm.
Oh, wow.
Not only to feed the animals, but just to literally put on the soil and mix into the soil as organic.
It enriches the soil?
Yeah.
Really?
It's great.
Wow.
Any organic matter, not to say like certified organic, but like organic matter, meaning like twigs or mulch or leaves or whatever, that's all organic matter, plant material. It'll break down and compost in the soil. So as a major, input, we have our coffee beans that we do as well. So any organic matter like that into the farm is a really good thing.
Man.
Unbeknownst to me, before I'd started, I was just doing it as organic input, like I said. But it is very high in nitrogen, which is a major nutrient for plants. So it's literally like a fertilizer. It's crazy.
So everything here grows just richly.
Very fast.
Is that, I mean, with the climate being so close, coastal, does that affect the farm? Or is it better to be more dry, or is it?
There's goods and bads of it all. Overall, pretty good because it's like it's temperate, doesn't get below freezing.
Sure.
So we can grow year round here, which is great. Some things like more heat than like tomatoes and peppers and cucumbers and stuff, like more 80, 85 degree, a little, maybe above 70, 75. But so it goes a little slower. It still grows really well. The biggest problem we have here is like coastal fog.
Oh,
so it's bringing fog in, and then it'll kind of create like mildew conditions.
Interesting.
But so just I've learned over the couple years and years growing here, just certain varieties of said plants to grow and what not to grow, and different seasonality, times of the year, when to plant. Like, because even though it's a very temperate climate, there still are seasons. So like tomatoes won't grow in the wintertime.
Right.
I have like a 6-month window to plant tomatoes versus year round. But anyways.
And so all the products that you serve at the restaurant are from here.
Yeah, everything that we grow here, we serve at the restaurant and the market.
Wow.
And then we
phenomenal food.
Also source a lot of other local organic or regenerative products from different farms right in San Diego, but also other. Yeah, can't grow everything for them.
Right.
So that was also like I started off growing like 50 different things, literally like 50 plus things, and realizing that there's not enough space for that. So then you shrink it down to 25, and now I'm down to like 20, and I want to get down even more.
So you can have it really, really well.
Do a couple things really well.
Wow.
And as a business plan, we have to like reverse engineer it a little bit. I asked the chefs and all the departments here, like, give me the amount of like the quantity that you need per week. Like if you need 20 pounds of lettuce.
Gotcha.
And then the market needs another 30 pounds of lettuce. I'm like, all right, I need 50 pounds of lettuce a week. How much space do I need on the farm to make sure that I hit those numbers?
Wow.
100% like every week. So then I just kind of, like I said, just reverse it.
Well, there's the entrepreneur side, the business side of things. I mean, you don't really think about that. You order the food and you think, okay, well, just order however much you need. I grew up in the restaurant business. So it was, you just order it there. But I also love the fact that, I mean, Fox Point Farms, you guys are very supportive of local community, local other farms and other products. Like Lottie, he's a member of the group. Like things like that. You're constantly bringing a community. So it's not even just you built a community. You actually part of the community.
Yeah. I think that's that definitely resonates with me. Just like, because again, not only on the farming side, I know it can't grow everything. So we have to source from other, meat meat ranchers, fishermen, potato, we can't grow certain things here like potatoes or anyways. So we just, since you can't do everything, just try to be a hub and support the community by buying the things that you want from them. And then also, reaching out to artists and different, different suppliers that because we have the great thing about it here is we do have a lot of customers, a lot of traffic that comes through here.
Right.
So it's like, how can we get the best products that are aligned with our ethos into the market here, and then like have people buy it as well.
Right. No, absolutely. Well, and that's the thing. That's why I always say, to be a local, you don't have to have been born here. You don't have to have lived here for a certain amount of time. But if you get involved in the community, I consider you local. I've been here for 21 years.
Yeah.
I get heavily involved. That's why I have the group. We have 8,100 local members. But as long as people get involved and support, and that's why I always tell people on Fridays, I always tell people, hey, don't bring coffee. Don't buy coffee anywhere else. Get your food here. Support local. If you're supporting them, you're supporting each other, and we're supporting like a local cause.
Yeah, love that. Thank you.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Brandon, what's going on? This is going to be our biggest deal. We can't be down.
I don't know, man. I've been trying to reach tech support for hours now. They're not responding. They said they're probably not going to get back to us for the next couple of days.
Tennessee Tech told you this was going to happen. Let's call them right now. They do the tech support, cybersecurity. They can help us.
Let's do it. All right, team. Great job. Because of Tennessee Tech, we were able to present this and close it. Good job, team. So then as far as you have limited space. You kind of maximize, the space.
Yeah.
What's the plan for Foxpoint from this point forward? Just continue to just fine tune what you're doing?
Yeah, definitely. If you're talking about the farming side of things, so we have several businesses. So like what I'm trying to do on the farm side and management, the newest like endeavor or the newest what do you call it? I don't know, hurdle or something to kind of work through is we have farm animals that are on the farm, which is an incredibly exciting thing. Like they're awesome animals. We have tours and things, and it's great. It brings people here. But what I'm also trying to figure out is, we have them on the farm so that we can use their manure and as a fertilizer, a soil builder. So we don't have to use synthetic fertilizers or anything like that. So I'm trying to figure out how often to rotate them around to have like enough manure and fertilizer, but not too much, because like if you have too much, then it can be negative effects.
Okay.
And like there could be compaction, like they're stepping all over the place, and pushing that soil down, which can be devastating as well. So it's like I've seen other rotational grazing practices around. It's definitely a common, awesome thing. Usually it's with like one type of animal at a time. It'd be like chickens first, and then, or like your big end, like you have cows first, and then goats, and then chickens, and at different times. And it's on hundreds or thousands of acres. We're doing it on 2 acres. And we have all the animals in one spot,
one area. They all seem to get along.
They do. They're a pack for sure. I love it.
Well, I see the tours. I mean, again, you're very open to inviting people to come check it out. You have like a kids program. They come, they help. I love that, especially being in a, Encinitas isn't necessarily a city, but it is a city. I mean, it's been kind of changed over the years, and to be able to give someone an opportunity without having to go way out to, east side.
Like 100%. Like show people, like meet your farmer. Show them how food is grown, where food is grown. You talking about Amazon earlier, grocery store. It's like a click of a button, then it comes, and you're like, you don't even know where it came from. Even if you're at the grocery store, it's a little bit, there's a disconnect there. And especially with this age of, digital age of, just getting people are on their phones, on their computers, kids are there too. Like parents are, and community is longing, in my opinion, I think just longing for that connection to people and place. So like, there's nothing more, grounding literally than like just seeing food. It's so human, it's so ancestral in all of us. Like at one point, all of us were growing food, our ancestors, our grandparents, whatever.
I love it.
Like we all had that connection.
Civilization started.
Like you couldn't, it's just,
and we help each other out. And that's the thing. We got so siloed into this digital world that everything's done via Zoom, everything's done, via FaceTime. And that's why I have the Feel Good Fridays, so that we have 160 people show up for each other. Beautiful things happen, but you're doing the same thing here. You're showing people this is how civilization started, and we just got so far away from it. It's crazy.
Grow food where you live. It's a crazy concept, right?
Well, and that's the thing too. I've had a couple friends, they volunteer here. It's like, I love the fact that you can volunteer. It's not something where it's like hands off. You can eat it, you can buy it, but you can't get involved. People can get involved. You hold events here all the time. It's on the lawn, in the hatch.
Big open space, like free areas to kind of walk around. There's a lot of events, like ticketed events and stuff like that too. But the Friday mornings we do a volunteer day. Tuesday mornings and Friday mornings, people want to come out and
definitely volunteer here, and we'll edit the horses and the cows into this. But so then, because it's funny, because even before we actually finally met, people kept saying, you got to meet him. You got to meet him. Like Farmer Greg, you got to meet him, because you got to hear a story, origin story, and stuff like that. And you're very open with your story. Is it do you have enough time, like to kind of meet with people, or if somebody is kind of inspired to do farming, is it something where you have the time to kind of help them, or are you really kind of concentrating on Foxpoint Farms?
I am definitely like concentrated here and mildly overwhelmed at times. I love what I do, but it's also like there's a lot going on. I have a great responsibility. Great team. Like they're out there farming right now, and they're over there doing things. So like doing podcast interviews like this is great. I don't do tons of them, but I want to get the message out there. Like just kind of like, I think that's important for like higher level and longer term kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Not be so like cut in the day to day or so.
It's a good break from everything. I mean, 'cause I'm sure it gets mundane doing the same thing. Obviously, you have a goal, you're making an impact, but break it off with Part of the Matter podcast. Why not here? I mean, continue to grow that. And that's the thing too, is it's like people have asked how the group has grown to as big it is. Again, I think it's because people are just tired of it. And it's, you're right. I think people are tired of just ordering food, not knowing and not feeling well, not realizing why they're foggy brain now.
Yeah.
Why they're sick.
Yeah. Like, just get back to the basics, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
There's something there that's like not measurable, but when you can, if you're a part of the food system, like you harvested your own food, you cooked it with your friend, you ate it together and you're having conversation, like you absorb that food and that nutrition, it's like more readily available for your body to absorb. Therefore we have, I like to think of it as a preventative healthcare system versus a reactive.
Yeah.
So your body's healthy, it's going to fight off any disease that you throw at it.
Exactly.
So just prevent it from happening in the first place versus, taking a pill afterwards or something like that.
Totally.
But anyways, that's
you just need to build a holistic health center here too, because I know you're doing the full plunge. You're trying to do that, so I mean, just kind of add to it. It's
one more thing.
Well-rounded life. So, do you think? Like, I mean, you said you were a college athlete, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Do aspects of being an athlete to play in college? I mean, you have to be good. You have to be really focused. Do you think a lot of that has kind of shaped how you look at things and how you work, or even a body awareness?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, body awareness. How I work. I mean, and I like to hire other athletes too.
Oh, nice.
Because like you said earlier, like you have to push through. Because farming is very, very physical. You're outside a lot.
Yeah.
And so as I played soccer, so it was just like outside in the grass, pushing through heat and cold and rain or whatever, and to have that mental capacity to like my body hurts, but I'm still pushing through.
Yes.
That is definitely farming to a T. Like my body hurts, and like this is what I got to do this, otherwise, I'm not gonna make a yield.
You know what?
Whatever.
Yeah, you know how to push yourself. I always said too, entrepreneurs. There's like a commonality between entrepreneurs, typically ADHD, right? And we color out. Yeah, exactly. Squirrel. Huh? The other thing too is athletes, because you do know what hard work is, and you do know you have to push it, right? And you get comfortable in uncomfortable situations.
Yeah.
And the other's veteran. I think veteran.
Okay. Yeah.
They've served in the military. They've had to push themselves, and they've dedicated their life to a cause. Yeah. And they've really committed to it. So I feel like those tend to be good people that work really hard.
That's great. Yeah, Brian, we work with the Land at Home project, which is veterans going with job placement. Like several of them have come to the farm.
Oh, amazing!
For like internships or like after so that aligns a lot with the veterans.
Yeah.
And also going to say something about like team and camaraderie. So athletes and veterans, maybe like we are a team here, and it's like there's a saying together in farming. Well, one farmer that I look up to says, "Together, alone you go fast, but together you go far."
Oh yes.
So it's like this like team camaraderie. Like you can't do it alone. You could do it alone, but you're going to burn out. And having a team together, like you're out there in the field, our phones are off usually. Yeah. And, people are talking and harvesting, and there's a lot of time, like you just joke and laugh, and like you have that camaraderie to get like a job done, which is
exactly
in athletics or in
together. And then to be honest too, I mean, I talk to my plants all the time. Like that energy, if your energy is negative, the crop right. But I mean, if you have a positive, then obviously there's going to be tough times, but I've noticed that every single one of the staff here, I mean, it's almost like I see how you interact. It's like family. Yeah. Yeah. It's a good
ethos of the place itself, also from Brian and upper management and stuff, just like, wanting to create a healthy, I mean, we're going to create a vibey place, or like something that's uplifting and not so like
But you want people to have that passion that you have, but also you want them to be excited about coming to work and let's do this today. I mean, it's
definitely look for that in people I hire, and then people that have been hired here, because they're all artisans, the managers of the brewery and the restaurant and the bakehouse. We're artisans, so we love what we do.
Wow.
But then we actually got to get the business side of it down too.
Right.
So, that's kind of what we're all learning.
It's a balance. That's good. Well, and that's the thing. That's why I always say you can learn from everyone. anyone. I mean, you literally can. I mean, whether a student, they're unemployed, you always have something that you can learn from someone. It's the energy exchange that we have, and you kind of take that on, and it goes there. See, this is what I love about being on a farm. You never know what's happening. We've got
a tractor going by.
Tractors over here. We've got horses over there. So I loved it. All right, we've done a great job of branding the group and Heart of the Matter. We've grown to close to 600 people. Now, how do we market this? How do we get out there? Do we do SEO? How do we get the news out there?
Coast News Group.
So then, as far as you go, like, are you looking to, obviously there's no more land here. Are you looking to expand this project to somewhere else? Are you looking, like, what's the next big step for you, Farmer Greg?
I mean, it's good question. It's several things. I gave myself, well, I'd love to do this for as long as I can. I figured it'd take me about 5 years to perfect or to like make it systems really good. We're not going to expand the footprint here as far as land. There are other places to grow on site that I haven't done it.
I thought you maximize every piece of this land.
There's like a slope over there. I planted some avocados and some coffee and some other things, but I want to get more over there. Like some of the fences and stuff, because you could grow like passion fruit along the fences and like grapes and other vining things like blackberries or whatever. But that's how I can expand the farm from what it is right here. I also just want to get better and more efficient at the practices. It's almost like growing smaller, but like being more efficient. Therefore, your margins are better. You're more profitable. Still selling everything you grow. Like getting better at sales and marketing to other restaurants in the community. And the dishes here. So that's this. But I also am not looking beyond Fox Point as like a career, but I want to help develop other projects like this.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Whether that's, I would love to do that with Brian. Like he's real estate developer, but we're creating something that isn't super common and is also seeing a big need for it.
Wow.
So it's like, how can we do this? Once this is, we have to figure out how to do this first.
Exactly.
Then we can kind of like consult or start buying other spots.
Have you kind of calculated how many? Because we had an interview with someone else that they ended up figuring out that they served over 1 million people for their business. Have you kind of calculated that? Because I mean, again, as far as impact goes, every time someone has one of your products, someone steps on this, that's the impact you made on them. Have you ever kind of considered how much traffic, how many people you've impacted?
Not
amazing.
Not necessarily. But like we see numbers of like how many people come through, how many customers we have like on a weekly basis or on the weekend.
Right.
So if you did that times however many weeks we've been over, if it's, say we have 1,000 people on a Saturday or 2,000 on a Saturday or something, then like that's like every week coming through. And I do have some software that shows how many tickets I've sold for and how many like bags of lettuce I've sold or whatever. So I can see that internally. I haven't really checked. Like I do sell to about 5 restaurants around town. So I don't know the numbers yet.
Amazing. Well, yeah. I mean, again, I applaud you. This is really amazing. I mean, when I think about it, I think of how many people have gone through this, have had and to be honest, anybody that's come here, as soon as they come here once, they're like, this place is amazing. They're like, they're never like, it's okay. Like literally, everybody's like, this is an amazing concept. This is amazing. The people are always good. There's never, honestly, an issue. We hold our Feel Good Fridays every Friday. And we just need more parking.
I'd say I was the only thing.
That's the only thing. Yeah, but we don't need a parking garage. But maybe we'll come up with a shuttle service. But that's okay because, to be honest, we live in such a beautiful area. People can walk. Yeah, it's not that far. It's
not that far.
Yeah,
you can drop you drop your kids off or you drop somebody off and then park across the street.
Right.
I mean that's our biggest hurdle is the parking, but people still come and it's I don't know, we're still trying to manage it a little bit, the city and everything. But
I mean, you
good problem to have.
But it is a good problem.
Good problem to have. Where you're like, oh, we don't have enough spots for people.
Well,
you
like, have your MBA. I mean, pretty much at this point because it's having to
ride your bike here.
Yeah, there you go. Exactly. Well, that's what Ryan does, right? Exactly. Why not? How good was that episode?
So good. Let's celebrate.
Where do you want to go?
JoJo's Creamery.
Ooh, my favorite. Look at all the flavors.
They even have vegan.
Ooh, awesome.
Hi, welcome in, you guys.
Hi, thank you. How are you?
Good. Is there anything I can get started for you?
My go-to is peanut butter cup and coconut almonds.
So I'm going to do coconut mounds in a cup, please.
All right, that'll be $15.85.
All right. Wait, my wallet.
June, you can use repegs.
Oh, that's right.
And you guys get 2 free cookies with those.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Repegs is so easy to use. Thanks a lot. Well, I love it. You're bringing back kind of the old world living, and it's making people healthier. It's making people obviously happy. I have yet to see anybody upset at Fox Point Farm, so it just naturally brings out that happiness. And
Thank you.
Again, I really appreciate this. I don't know if you have a YouTube channel or a Spotify channel. You should have a Farmer Greg podcast or channel. People start to read this journal, this journey that you're taking, because it's definitely impactful. And hopefully some of these kids that are coming here, you're going to inspire them to follow in this route and look at food and their lifestyle in a different way.
Yeah. Love it. If I could get help doing that, then, like if somebody, we've talked about it like internally. I've done some gardening classes and things online, and but right now it's just Instagram, and I've been on a couple podcasts.
Okay.
But just figuring out managing bandwidth.
Right.
Is I would love to do all those things.
Okay.
I'm just trying to also.
You heard it here. This is what we do. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna start it for Greg podcast and channel. So.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I can do it, but I don't know what to talk about all the time.
We'll just strap a GoPro on you, just whatever you do.
That's easier. That's easier done. Just you do the editing. I'll do all the. Just have a little the glasses, like the meta glasses.
Exactly.
You guys do all the editing. I'll be.
It's easy to. We'll have a drone follow you everywhere. You can edit,
perfect.
Especially these days. But I appreciate it. Again, thank you so much. What's the best way for people to get a hold of you or reach out to you at Fox Point?
I'm personally, you can reach out on Instagram, Farmer Greg Official. Come to Fox Point. There's Fox Point Farms up. The Instagram at Fox Point Farms, foxpoint.com. You can email me, Greg at Fox Point Farms if you want.
And to be honest, I don't think I've ever not seen you here. So just come any day, and you're probably going to be around come anyways. The staff here, really friendly. Again, it is a family here. So if you have questions, if he's not too busy filming with us, ask him a question.
Yeah. Thanks, mate. All right.
Yeah, thanks so much. Appreciate the time.
Thank
and
you.
Again, reach out to us. We're on YouTube and Spotify and soon to be iTunes, a Heart of the Matter podcast. Contact us. Let's get you on.
All right. Thanks a lot.
Yeah. Hey, thanks a lot. All right. It's official. The group's podcast incubator studios is ready. It's fixed. All we need is to soundproof the waiting area, because that's going to become an incubator where we can help businesses. We've helped 92 businesses get started with the group. We're going to kind of multiply that by having a location here and have activity here. The podcast studio here, content wall over there. So if you have products to shoot, I want you to tell your story. I do these 4 coffees intentionally with people every day because I love hearing the story. I want you to tell your story to the public. Let everyone connect with you by telling your story. You're not trying to reach 1 million people. You're trying to reach that one person that you hope you make an impact on. And the podcast is the perfect way. So we will have packages that are set up so it's turnkey, or if you just need the space, if you need guidance, whatever it is, we want to empower you. And we can't wait. A year from now, we're going to have this place full, different content. And we're going to tell everyone's story via the podcast and content. So again, looking forward to this. Reach out to me. Let's get this set up.